Welcome to the Sweat Right channel, the health and fitness center point where you always get tips on how to stay healthy and fit. Today we are going to talk about 4 ways to exercise your brain as you age. There is one thing that scientists are convinced about, even though the fact that the human brain is still a mystery. In other words, this complex organ can continue to work effectively as we age. The flexibility and capabilities of the brain can also be improved. Although the brain gets smaller as we age, cranial nerve activation is more significant. Have you ever observed that individuals of the same age have varying degrees of memory? In addition to memories, cognition also refers to a person's capacity for thought, reasoning, communication, and problem solving. Age-related declines in cognitive function are not a given. Tens of billions of specialized neuron cells may process and transfer information through electrical and chemical impulses in a healthy human brain. Neurons can sustain themselves for a long time through self-maintenance and repair, in contrast to many other relatively short-lived cells in the body. Throughout this process, synaptic connections, the connections that allow neurons to interact with one another and receive stimuli, are continuously adjusted or reshaped by the neurons. New neurons can grow in even adult brains, neurogenesis. Memory, learning, and potentially brain healing depend on neurogenesis and synaptic remodeling. A healthy brain experiences some degree of shrinkage as it ages, although it does not significantly lose neurons. However, Alzheimer's patients experience cognitive decline because the majority of their neurons are destroyed and eventually quit working. After age 30, the human brain continues to progressively shrink, by an average of 5% per decade after that. Its shrinkage rate will further accelerate between the ages of 60 and 70. A person's memory and mental agility of a person would not be good even if their brain had a high number of neurons if those neurons were rarely active and poorly connected. Conversely, the brain can continue to operate well into old age when its neurons are highly active and well connected. Additionally, if the neuronal activity is low and synaptic connections weaken, the brain shrinks more quickly, akin to a 40-year-old with wrinkles that appear older than she is. Factors that accelerate the degeneration of the brain. Some illnesses, including diabetes, obesity, metabolic syndrome, and heart and cerebrovascular diseases, and diabetes, may speed up the aging process of the brain. Inflammation and vascular sclerosis in the brain are caused by poor blood flow, which can harm the cerebrovascular system. Additionally, drinking and smoking can damage the brain and result in chronic disorders. If left untreated, depression, a common mental condition, can hasten the aging process of the brain. The brain's nerve cells and neural connections can be harmed by car accidents, boxing, American football, and other sports that result in head injuries. The functioning of the brain can be diminished by not using it frequently, living a sedentary lifestyle, and engaging in little physical activity. Lack of exercise will hurt blood flow and oxygenation, which is bad for neuronal regeneration. Exercise can speed up and enhance the amount of nerve regeneration by promoting the release of nerve growth hormone. Unhealthy habits can affect the brain's health, as well. Watching television is one of the worst habits that damage the brain, according to Joan Zung, a researcher at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine. 3 research published in 2021 found a link between moderate to heavy television viewing in middle age and reduced gray matter volume in old age. The majority of neuronal cell bodies are found in gray matter. Researchers found that, compared to people who never or infrequently watch television, middle-aged adults who watch television moderately or regularly saw a loss in cognitive performance over 15 years of 6.9%. Why is television watching so unhealthy for the brain? There are 2 causes for this. Watching television makes people sedentary and reduces the amount of thinking required of the brain. Even if you practice good behaviors and don't smoke or drink, watching television will eventually deteriorate your brain function. According to Joan Zung, when people watch television, their brains are passively fed with messages. The elderly should stop watching television and go outside to socialize. One of the simplest methods to keep your brain healthy is to do this. Regardless of age, the brain is adaptive. Rehabilitation can help the brain function better after a stroke or brain damage. Since birth and throughout a person's life, The brain is always changing as they learn new things. The brain continues to change and connect as we get older based on our daily experiences as well as what we see, hear, and learn. Furthermore, there are things we can do to encourage neuronal regrowth and connectivity. 1. Aerobic exercises. Jogging, brisk walking, swimming, and dancing are examples of aerobic exercises that can expand the hippocampus and the brain. Cardiovascular exercise helps stop the deterioration of brain structures, according to a study on the impact of aerobic activities on brain volume in older persons. Aerobic exercise may encourage the development of new brain capillaries, boost the quantity and connectivity of neurons, and slow the aging process of the nervous system, according to research. Experts advise dancing because it combines mental and physical activities and requires simultaneous memorization of dance routines and movement instruction. 2. Static activities that involve thinking. Although they don't involve any physical movement, static activities like playing chess, reading, and doing Sudoku are nonetheless preferable to watching television. These kinds of static mental exercises support cognitive health and lessen the risk of dementia. 3. Alter between dynamic and static activities. Traveling, gardening and housework all demand both mental and physical stamina. Take travel as an illustration. A trip's planning, activity selection, information organization, and completion all include both the body and the mind. Before we continue, please support this channel by subscribing and thumbing us up. Thank you as you do so. Now let's continue. 4. Develop broad interests. According to Joan Zung, multiple parts of the brain can be engaged and completely activated, much like how a balanced diet provides diverse nutrients. So, in addition to completing chores around the house, working out, and reading, you can also enjoy singing, performing, and other performing arts. Watching a performance with music, singing, dancing, and drama engage the entire brain. Thanks for watching and hope to see you in our next video. Bye.